We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the give. Now gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr, and he's got the hook up to Landry. That one a first down pickup of 8. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Hey, kill. 14.
On second down, and it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Now Goff. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Down inside the 40. The Titans at 2-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Louis.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at second and long. Now it's gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 11.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. It's caught, Cooper. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Right now.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Arnold Ebiketie in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this throw caught left side. Shreds him with a stiff arm. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
1st and goal from just inside the 5.
Now a play fake. Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Miles Sanders.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to Thomas.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Landry now on the return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here taken in by Ingram.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Going for it with Sanders. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carr now on first down. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
What now?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll go down at the 28. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Second and 10.
Throwing now is Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing his Carr on third down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5 now. Carr, and his throw here's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely. They did all of that and more. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Goff. And he's got it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, kill.
The final shot before break here. Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they'll throw with Carr.
Gets this quickly to Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Steps away.
The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route.
Touchdown, Broncos. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
He's got a man complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
From the red zone now, Goff. And it's caught. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Van Jefferson.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans get a bit closer.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From the 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 89 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to Sanders on first down. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Titans will take over possession here up at the 44. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Goff. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chase Claypool, 35 yards. And the Titans have got it back to within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitive.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 23 yards the pickup there. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Carr completes it, and he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. A very solid gain of 27. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. To throw his Carr. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. The 40, 20, 10, 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Finds his tight end Ingram. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a carry for Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Carr going to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, 48 yards. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's got room. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On first down, Carr. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Carr. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Now Sanders. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Carr. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half. And that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory. So for Tennessee, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.